You know what's frustrating? You finally get the time to rest, but your body refuses to play along. The clock says 10 p.m., but your mind is still wide awake, tossing, turning, reliving every worry. Here's the wild part. Researchers have found that one specific hormone, melatonin, starts to vanish with age. But here's the good news. If you eat certain foods before 9 p.m., you can trigger your brain to release it naturally. No pills, no side effects. Let's talk about the foods that are quietly helping seniors sleep like they're 40 again. Let's get one thing straight. This isn't just about aging. Yes, sleep does change as we get older, but it's not because your body has forgotten how to rest. It's because your internal clock, the one that tells your brain when to feel sleepy, starts getting mixed signals. And that internal clock is powered by melatonin. In your 30s, melatonin production is still running strong, but by the time you hit your 60s, your brain might be producing half as much, or even less. That means falling asleep takes longer. Staying asleep becomes harder. And waking up refreshed? That starts feeling like a distant memory. And yet, no one talks about this. We blame stress. We blame aches and pains. We even blame the mattress. But deep down, your body is screaming for balance, and melatonin is the missing piece. Now here's where it gets interesting. Your brain doesn't just produce melatonin out of nowhere. It needs help. It needs raw materials, nutrients, to build it. And where do those nutrients come from? What you eat. That's right. There are specific foods that act like kindling for melatonin production. Eat them at the right time, ideally before 9 p.m. And it's like flipping the switch on your body's sleep response. The science behind this is becoming clearer by the day. In fact, multiple studies have shown that the pineal gland, the tiny structure in your brain responsible for melatonin, responds almost instantly to certain amino acids, vitamins, and trace minerals found in common foods. And when those nutrients are absorbed in the evening, they quietly tell your brain, it's time. Imagine this. You sit down for a light dinner, maybe a warm bowl of something comforting, and within 2 hours, your body begins shifting gears. Your heart rate lowers, your body temperature starts to dip, and your mind, it stops racing. You're not fighting for sleep anymore. You're flowing into it. Now here's where people get it wrong. They try to fix the problem at midnight. Or worse, they pop a pill right before bed, hoping it knocks them out. But the real solution doesn't start at bedtime. It starts at the dinner table. Coming up next, we'll reveal exactly why the timing of these foods matters more than you think, and how eating after 9 p.m. might actually sabotage your sleep, even if the food is melatonin-rich. Let's bust a common myth. Just because a food is rich in melatonin doesn't mean it works like magic, no matter when you eat it. In fact, timing is everything. If you wait too long, say, you have a snack at 9:30 or 10 p.m., you might actually be sabotaging the very sleep you're trying to improve. Here's why. Your body runs on a rhythm, a biological clock called the circadian rhythm. It's wired to begin winding down after sunset, especially between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. That's when your melatonin factory is supposed to kick into gear. But if you eat too late, your body shifts out of rest mode and back into work mode. Your digestive system lights up, blood sugar rises, insulin kicks in, and melatonin, it gets benched. Think of it like this. You've dimmed the lights, pulled the covers up, and suddenly, bam, the neighbor blasts loud music. That's what late-night eating does to your brain's sleep center. It's a signal that says, hold on, we're not done yet. Even worse, studies show that digestion and melatonin production are inversely related. The more your body focuses on breaking down food, the less energy it puts into releasing melatonin. It's not multitasking. It's choosing. And if food is still in your system past 9 p.m., your body is choosing digestion over sleep. And let's not forget about body temperature. In order to fall asleep, your core temperature needs to drop. But eating raises it, especially if the food is heavy, fatty, or spiked with sugar. That warm bowl of comfort food at 10 p.m., it may be comforting, but it's heating up your internal engine just when you need to be cooling down. Now here's the part that surprises most people. Even so-called sleep superfoods like cherries, bananas, and oats can backfire if you eat them too late. It's not about the food. It's about when your body can use it. Give your brain the tools too late in the day, and you've missed the window. This is why some people try everything. They cut caffeine, they avoid blue light, they even try meditation, but nothing works. And it's all because of one simple habit, eating too close to bedtime. But there's good news. When you shift that window and eat melatonin-friendly foods before 9 p.m., something incredible happens. Your body doesn't just absorb the nutrients, it actually uses them to kickstart a cascade of sleep signals. It's like handing your brain the exact tools it needs, right when it needs them. Coming up next, we're diving into which foods make the biggest impact and why some of them may already be in your kitchen right now. Now that you know when to eat, let's talk about what to eat. Because this next part isn't based on trends or fads. It's grounded in real clinical science. Certain foods contain the very building blocks your body needs to produce melatonin naturally. And the best part? You won't need to hunt them down in some exotic health store. Many of them are sitting in your pantry or fridge right now. Let's start with one of the most underrated sleep foods of all time, kiwi. Yep, that fuzzy little fruit is a powerhouse when it comes to bedtime. In one study, participants who ate 2 kiwis an hour before bed fell asleep 42% faster and slept 13% longer. Why? Because kiwi is rich in serotonin, the precursor to melatonin, and it also contains natural antioxidants that help calm the nervous system. It's nature's version of a sleep switch. Next up, tart cherries. Not the sweet kind in pie filling, we're talking real, tart Montmorency cherries. They contain actual melatonin and tryptophan, and multiple studies have shown that drinking tart cherry juice can increase total sleep time and improve sleep efficiency. But here's the trick: timing. A small glass before 9 p.m. lets your body start converting it into melatonin right on cue. Then there's almonds, a quiet giant in the world of sleep nutrition. They're rich in magnesium, which helps relax your muscles and lower cortisol, the stress hormone that keeps you tossing and turning. But even better, almonds provide a steady release of healthy fats that keep your blood sugar stable through the night, preventing those 3 a.m. wake-ups caused by sugar crashes. Another star player? Oats. Not just a breakfast food. Oats contain melatonin and complex carbs, which help tryptophan cross the blood-brain barrier and convert into serotonin, and then melatonin. A small bowl with a splash of almond milk before 9 p.m.? That's a sleep recipe hiding in plain sight. Now here's a surprise. Bananas. Most people think of bananas as an energy food, but they're actually packed with potassium and magnesium, 2 minerals that help relax your muscles and support deep-stage sleep. Combine that with the natural sugars that boost tryptophan transport, and you've got a sleep-supporting snack that's as simple as peel, eat, relax. Of course, no one food is magic on its own, but when you combine these foods into your evening routine and eat them at the right time, you're not forcing sleep, you're inviting it. And just ahead, we're breaking down a simple evening protocol that blends these foods into a calming, melatonin-friendly routine. No pills, no supplements, just real food, real results, and sleep that feels like it did 20 years ago. So how do you turn all this information into a real routine? Something simple, relaxing, and repeatable. It starts with what happens before the food. About 2 hours before bed, dim the lights. This one change sends an early signal to your brain that the day is winding down. No phones, no bright kitchen lights, just a soft glow and a little peace. Then, about 90 minutes before you plan to sleep, it's time to eat. Not a full dinner, not a heavy snack, but a small, purposeful combination of foods. Think of it as your pre-sleep ritual, a signal to your body that rest is on the horizon. One option? A small bowl of warm oats with a sliced banana on top, a sprinkle of crushed almonds, and a splash of almond milk. You're hitting all the right nutrients: tryptophan, magnesium, complex carbs, healthy fats, all timed to help your body wind down naturally. Or maybe it's 2 peeled kiwis paired with a handful of almonds and a cup of calming herbal tea. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. You're not chasing deep sleep, you're setting the stage for it to arrive on its own. But timing is critical. This ritual has to happen before 9 p.m. Why? Because your body takes time to absorb, metabolize, and respond. The earlier you eat, the more time your system has to shift from digestion to melatonin production. And here's a secret trick: a short walk. Just 5 to 10 minutes, right after your snack. Nothing intense. Just enough to move the food gently through your system and trigger a drop in cortisol. That small movement actually helps promote the production of sleep hormones. It tells your body, we're done for the day. Now, don't overthink the portions. You're not eating for calories. You're eating for chemistry. Small amounts, gentle, nourishing, calming. As for drinks, skip the wine, skip the chocolate, and absolutely skip anything with caffeine. But a cup of tart cherry juice or chamomile tea? That's fair game. Tart cherry juice can help top off melatonin levels naturally, and chamomile soothes the nervous system without sedation. The most powerful part of this evening protocol isn't the food itself, it's the message it sends. When you create a nightly rhythm, Your body starts to anticipate sleep instead of resisting it. You're training it to release melatonin on its own, and over time, that rhythm becomes effortless. Coming up next, we're going to zoom out and show you just how dramatic the long-term impact of this protocol can be. Because when you sleep deeper, everything in your life improves. Your mood, your memory, even your ability to fight disease. The ripple effects? They're massive. By now, you might be thinking, okay, better sleep sounds nice, but is it really that important? The answer? It's everything, especially after 60. Deep, restorative sleep isn't just about feeling rested. It's about rebuilding, repairing, resetting. While you're asleep, your brain flushes out toxins, your muscles heal, your immune system powers up, and your memory, your ability to recall names, faces, conversations, gets sorted and stored. Miss that kind of sleep, and over time, things start to slip. This is why sleep deprivation in older adults is now being linked to everything from heart disease to cognitive decline. It's not just about being tired. It's about missing the very hours when your body performs the most important maintenance of the day. And here's the kicker. All those hours you're awake at night, tossing, turning, checking the clock, they aren't just lost. They're stealing from the next day. One rough night means more inflammation, more anxiety, less clarity. It compounds, day after day, night after night. But when you flip the script, even just slightly, everything starts to shift. One good night turns into two into four. Your energy returns. You laugh more. You walk farther. Your body starts to trust itself again. That heaviness? It lifts. In one study, older adults who improved their sleep routines showed dramatic increases in memory retention, balance, and even immune function, all within weeks. Not from medication, not from major lifestyle overhauls. Just better, deeper rest. And here's what's truly remarkable. It's never too late. Even if you've had trouble sleeping for years, even if you've tried everything, your body still knows how to heal. You just have to give it the right cues, the right rhythm, the right nutrients at the right time. That's what this evening protocol is really about. It's not a sleep hack. It's a long game, a shift in how you care for yourself when it matters most. Because when you sleep well, you think better, move better, feel better, and most importantly, you show up for your life, not just survive it. And yes, it all starts with something as simple as what's on your plate before 9 p.m. Up next, we'll leave you with one final visual, a future that's entirely possible if you commit to this change. It's not a fantasy. It's not a dream. It's a real, physical transformation that begins tonight. Picture this. You wake up before your alarm, not groggy, not aching, not dreading the day, but refreshed, clear-headed, light. There's no need to reach for coffee right away. No brain fog to fight through. You swing your legs out of bed and stand up easily, without the usual stiffness in your back or knees. Your shoulders don't sag. You don't shuffle. You move. Now picture doing that every day. Because when you start sleeping like you did in your 40s, something wild happens. Your body starts to act like it's in its 40s too. Your cells repair faster. Your digestion improves. Your muscles recover. Your mood stabilizes. Even your skin looks better. And all you did was change what you ate before 9 p.m. That's the quiet power of sleep. It doesn't scream. It doesn't show off. But it's rebuilding you, bit by bit, night after night. Most people think aging happens in the mirror. But the real aging? It happens in your sleep. Or more accurately, it happens when you don't sleep. You've probably felt it. Those mornings after a restless night, when you feel like you've aged 5 years overnight. Now imagine reversing that. Imagine waking up and feeling younger than you did the day before. Not in some magical fantasy sense, but in the way your body actually feels. Stronger, calmer, more alive. And yes, all of that begins with the smallest decision. Not a pill, not a new mattress, just the right foods, at the right time. So tonight, when you're standing in the kitchen, ask yourself this. What if your next great transformation isn't some giant leap? What if it's just one bowl of oats, one sliced banana, one short walk, and the decision to eat it before the clock strikes 9? Maybe sleep isn't just sleep. Maybe it's a time machine in disguise.